That was abrupt. Hi, guys. I was making phone calls today. Sunday. Yeah, I know. Hey, Rachel. Larry. Yeah, I was calling friends in places where the hurricane hit. It kind of missed us. But yeah, a lot of our friends got wiped out. That's crazy. You know, we've been through so many hurricanes that we know how to get ready for them, but you're never really ready. And then when they go by, it's like, oh, you're relieved. But then a few minutes later, you're thinking, oh, shoot, who did they hit? So our thoughts go out to everybody who's dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Hey, Dave. My ginger tea, the elixir of life, right at this moment, anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of, those of you who've been listening to the last 220, thanks, Larry, that's Vancouver Nights. Didn't play that song solo for a long time because it's one of those songs that makes me want to stop in the middle and noodle, like a lot of them do, and then I lose the groove. But that's on my Waiting for Sarah album with the band, I believe. I think Archie Pena on drums and Mark Berner on flute. I think I don't really remember now. It's a long time ago, but yeah, I love that one. That was that's one of the ones that's on the docket for some recomposition as opposed to decomposition. Reminds me of a horrible joke, which I won't say now because I just ruined the punchline. Hey, Mom. No, that was not an open tuning song. I know you all can't see all of the same comments that I see. I'm working on my experiment of amalgamating comments with the multi-streaming program that I use, so I can take comments from a bunch of different sources and see them. And I know that we all can't see each other on Facebook, but if you're there on Facebook and hanging out incognito, it's always nice to say hi so we can, see who you are. It doesn't mean we're going to spam you with citing. Lisa's song. Justina. Yeah. Well, we're at 13 feet-ish, so that's kind of nice. Wow, you know, I did make a list tonight. A lot of major keys. I might have to change that. But I have the volume really low in the studio, the monitor volume. I'm not sure why. Did something different. But as long as you guys can hear okay. Thanks, Rachel. So this is a song that I usually do as a warm-up. The next song I'm going to play is the one that I actually wrote it for a student. And it was a series of like little exercises that I wrote, little etudes for learning how to play in one key, like with no modulation. And it became a song, and I started using it as like a sound check song. Hey, Karen, thanks. For kind of getting the vibe of venues. Sometimes when you play in different performing spaces, well, always actually, excuse me, you if you play the guitar, especially through a sound system, there's different kinds of reverberations and things, and it's different when there's people in there, so you can get the sound perfect, and then the place fills up with bodies, and everything changes. So this is a song that I used to like to test venues, but it's really fun. Called Sweet in A. when is that? That's next month, right? My library concert. I get to do that once every couple of years. I'm just looking for my nail file. I can't find it. This isn't the one I was. These are not the droids you're looking for. Silvio, bienvenido. Whew. It's so funny because I don't do that many, concerts out of my routine these days. So Susie usually reminds me when they're on the calendar. They don't involve getting on an airplane, so. But that's a really fun. I always love that Key Largo vibe. Up in the frozen north of Key Largo. Is it okay if we stay in Happy Keys? Like Isla Morada? So this song, thank you. God, I'm trying to remember the story behind this one, but there were two songs that were written that were very similar, that were written at a similar time. One was called Layla's Dream. And then this one, which was in the same key, this one's called The Princess. I think I probably wrote them both for Layla. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Hey, Sam. Miss you too, baby. Nice to see you for a minute. Sam painted a groovy picture last time. That was very cool. Was that last time or the time before? I think it was last time. It was very cool. It had like this mystical bridge in the field. I think that was real. That was from a real place, right? Or your backyard or something? Last week, I think. Last work. So if you're a guitar player, real place. Yeah, I thought so. It's funny, when I was playing that last song, I had these visions of The Hobbit, or Lord of the Rings kind of stuff. That would be good. That would be good theme music for like a Lord of the Rings kind of a slightly up-tempo thing, scene or something. Yeah, I always have Siri issues too. So when I started working many years ago, I met some people down here who booked me at the Knoxville Classical Guitar Society, Michelle and Jeff, and ended up meeting a whole bunch of really nice people up there, and played that. I played that show a bunch of times. It was really fun. It's always fun. Sometimes it's part of my tour. Sometimes I just go play it as a one-off. But if you're a guitar player, about, Chet Atkins is one of those guys that everybody listens to. Jimi Hendrix, Chet Atkins, Paco de Lucia, Roy Clark, all those guys, Glenn Campbell. But Chet Atkins was one of those guys that I'm not sure if he wrote any original music, but he was amazing at a lot of songs were written for him, but he was amazing at interpreting modern music, pop music, folk music, orchestral music, jazz, anything for solo guitar. And I remember he did a version of the Ventures song, Walk Don't Run. And when I was in Knoxville one of the times, I didn't realize that that's where he was from. I always thought he was from Nashville. But the people in Knoxville said, no, he's from here. I said, okay. There was a statue of him in the, downtown park. He wrote Chet's guitar. There you go. So I'm not a Chet Atkins aficionado. I only do one song with that kind of Chet Atkins kind of bumpy bass line thing. But he's I was listening to arrangements of his Ventures arrangement of Walk Don't Run, and I listened to his I think he had a version of Sleepwalk too, and a bunch of other things. But my buddy, whose last name is also Atkins, my buddy Jess, who's a great guitar player too, was talking to me about some Chet Atkins stuff, and I decided to write a song which is like a flamenco version of Chet Atkins' version of a Ventures tune backwards, kind of. And it became Run Don't Walk. So that's the title of this song. And it's not even really flamenco, but it's a little rumba-y, kind of rumba-esque. short and sweet. Sometimes I do that one with like a backbeat, which is really fun. Also, like a almost like a boppy kind of. It just happens by itself. I'm not. It kind of goes. Like that, which is kind of cool. I play, 6 shows a week, I think, 5 shows a week, steady. And so I try not to do too many covers because, ASCAP and all that. But, so like, it gives me a chance to play all my songs differently. And if I do a cover, I nest it within one of my songs so that I can kind of, that's my whole thing. I like to nest things in each other. And this, so there were, I don't know if Dave's still there, but I was going to do, I know Dave likes Paris Cafe, so I was going to do a version of that for Dave. Let's see. I don't know if you're still there, Dave, but if you are. Okay. Oh, here we go. You are still here. Good. Here we go then. Here's a version. Hey, Tamara. Micah. I never do settle on one particular version of a song. They're just things. Little pieces from the vortex. Micah, the next song I play is gonna be one Micah played a piece of for me the other day when I was at his show at the brewery, and I was sitting with Nick and Shaggy. Micah played this song. You're welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't realize I left the big fat reverb on that one. I realized it halfway through the song. I do kind of like it. I have become a bit of a reverb junkie, but I can admit it. That's the first step, admitting you have a problem. Thanks, Tamara. Thanks, Micah. You have time for another. Can you see this cup? Can you see what it is? This is our friend Carlos's art. It's one of his more humorous ones, but you can check him out. I'll drop a link to his website. He and our friend Alice, their husband and wife, they live in Ecuador, in Quito. He's got all kinds of really groovy artwork. Anybody have their heart set on? Oh no, don't take it personally. Well, you know, the middle finger means something different in different cultures, you know. Doesn't always mean, you know, something negative. Capo fell off in the middle of the first song. It wasn't on the fretboard, it was just up here. It's funny because it fell off and it changed the weight of the guitar. I'm like, what happened? And then, like, right when it was falling, I felt it coming off, and then I saw it hit the floor. Let me retune this real quick. All right, guys. Have a wonderful night. I realized I was going over, got a little distracted, but have a wonderful week. Tomorrow's Monday. My day off. Yay. And I'm going to do yard work, clean the house, fix a few broken things, pick up some branches. That's right. Yeehaw is right. Late night bars full of liars. Reminds me of a Micah song. Tracy! Tracy back from Morocco. Diana. Thanks everybody for being here. Mama. It's really fun. Kim, woo! Hey Kim, thanks for letting me know you're here. And I'm glad you weren't up there. I'm glad you're still here. I know it's we're all probably glad we were where we were, unless at least the people in the Keys. Holy crap. All of our Asheville friends. My buddy out in Steinhatchee. Yeah. Well, got to count our blessings and just stay aware because there's going to be a lot of fund drives and stuff to help people get back in their homes. So we'll stay aware, and I'll pass on any of the ones that I find. I'll throw them up on my Facebook page. And I haven't really gotten a lot of that stuff yet, but we always do after hurricanes. So, all right. This is my magic mouse. I'm going to say goodbye. I love you all. I really mean that. It's not just one of those things that I say. I'm one of those guys that really does. Love you all. See you. Good night. Yeah, that picture is one of my paintings from the COVID days. Okay, I'm going.